So hi, this is Pam. In today's video, we're gonna learn about the modern taxonomy, what terms it is based on. Okay. So the first thing is, it is mainly based upon the external and internal structures of a body. Okay. The second thing is, it depends upon the structure of cell, whether the cell is prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell. Then the development. So whether it is developed, like fishes developed and formed into amphibians, right? So we have to see the development between them. Okay. The next thing is the process to make changes. So what are the changes that evaluated form? What are the changes that is exhibited by the organism? The foremost thing. Then ecological information. What is mean by ecological information? The relationship between the animals and plants, between the nature. It is known as ecological information. The next, basic taxonomy. So to name an organism, what are the terms should be used? First is identification, characterization, classification, and nomenclature. What is meant by identification? When you're seeing that particular organism, you should identify whether it is plant or animal. That is identification. Categorization means what? So whether the organism having legs or fins, or whether it's having the additional tail in animals, whereas in plants like leaves, stems or roots, we see this observation. Then it's classification. We have to classify according to the terminology, right? Phylum, kingdom, and everything. I will tell you in the next video. The nomenclature means naming an organism in its scientific name. It's depend upon generic and specific name. Okay. So the next thing is the lineage uses some terms for plants and animals. So it's very important. It's remember it. So systema natura for animals and specific plantarum. Plantarum itself having plant, right? So remember it easily. Plantarum is for plant. Okay, it's plant, right? So other name is for animal. That's it. It's very easy. That is for the video, and thank you.